I got 10 years to fill a stadium, but only 2 minutes to fill your cranium. Humble the poet, signing in.
Baba Nanak represented many different things to many different people. That's the beauty of individuals and their actions. For me, I always found it amazing how he was a catalyst for a movement that had spanned hundreds of years. He birthed a philosophical way of life that dealt primarily in the nature of humans and our elements that cause our discontentment. The philosophies made reference and exposed us to many great minds not only represented in other faiths, but ones that had shared similar ideas before him. The philosophies evolved and maintained real-world application. He set a tone for civil disobedience to oppression by speaking out against the Mogul ruler Babar, and that landed him in jail. An interpretation of Guru that I like is Gu meaning dark and Ru means light. Baba Nanak did a lot to flip light switches on in people's heads, traveling ridiculous distances by foot, and he challenged century-old practices along the way with a tact you'll never see these days. Most importantly, he wrote down his thoughts and inspired a collection of teaching from other great minds to become a compilation of ideas along the same wavelength. I'm not big on the supernatural, so I think it'd be interesting to see how he would feel now, seeing his teachings packaged and institutionalized the way they are. Many of the ideas he mocked have become daily practices and embedded values in what folks interpret as mainstream Sikhi. I'm not here to debate interpretations. I respect individuals' rights to believe as they please. There isn't a one-size-fits-all way of life for everyone, but that idea is definitely a great sell. For me, more importantly, I like to focus on the consensus that the ideas that Guru Nanak Dev Ji presented to other people of his time and geography were definitely not common. He made statements that went against the grain of the time and showed that conformity did nothing to help the spirit grow and find the light that we all long for. He challenged the gender roles, questioned religious rituals, and if he asked for anything, it was to simply be the dust of the feet of those who forever contemplated on Nam. Nam for some is the name of God, while for others it can simply mean the truth. You can interpret it how you feel. I'm grateful for being part of such a heritage that values learning above all. Sikh by definition means student, and I love the fact that I can fill my head to learn, unlearn, and relearn every day. I love that I was raised with stories of great individuals who went against the grain, ignored the consequences, and constantly pounded into our heads to look within. On a personal level, I want to continue to promote, this image of a beard and a turban in a positive light. And what better way to do that than just simply normalize it? Have it out there for people to see. If people grow up seeing these images, it just becomes normal. And for me, in my experiences, that's one of the easiest ways to kill ideas of racism and prejudice.